Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. I have a mirror that's a little dirty, but y'all gonna ignore it for your girl, okay? Thank you for being so understanding. I appreciate that. You are a beginner, I highly recommend getting you about 2 matte shadow colors and 2 shimmer colors, and you just roll with that. How I feel about y'all being all up in my space, all up in my face. Need an eyeshadow base for your shadow to place over your lid. There are a lot of eyeshadow bases on the market. If you're like me, of course, who likes to keep it short and sweet and simple, then you would just use a concealer. I like to use Born This Way concealer. I just like to take it and put it on my lid. Now, on camera, it looks really, really, really bright, but it's not. It's not at all. You don't want to just go right in and apply shadow after you just applied the concealer to your eyelid, because the concealer will crease throughout the day. To avoid that, we need to set it with the powder, because it'll just make the concealer, well, it'll make the eyeshadow really bumpy and it won't be as smooth as we need it to be. So that's why we're tapping off the excess. And then I just like dab it. This is a regular blending brush. This is a 330 brush from Morphe. This is a nice brush. This is actually one of my favorite blending brushes just because I like the fluffiness to it. And I'm also going to use a Morphe. This is a 514 brush. Are my go-to brushes for my eyeshadow. I like to look for an eyeshadow palette that is providing me with ideas, because I'm not really creative when it comes to color, because I am still a beginner, I think, in eyeshadow. So I'm really not sure as to which colors blend into which well. I got a color wheel and on my phone. And I look at the picture before I do my makeup. It shows you what colors blend well into each other. This orange color here, just like to go on the side, get rid of the excess. When you're applying your shadow, I like to start, and I hope you guys can see this focus camera. Don't do this to me now, focus. Okay, so I like to start in my crease area, which is right below my brow bone. And I like to hold my brush kind of like at a downward angle, and we're just gonna start blending. Now, again, the same reason why I knocked off the excess for my powder is the same reason I'm knocking off the excess for the eyeshadow. We get rid of the excess so that the color will be smooth on the eye. You want to make sure that you're blending out the ends of the shadow. So what I like to do is just take the same brush, go on top of the shadow and just blend it out. Just slightly, just go over it with the brush. You know, I really got a thing for just adding a little bit of dark to that, just making it a little bit darker on the outer corner of my eye. I really, really like that. So I'm gonna go in with Ada. I'm gonna start right at the bottom. That's what I like to do. Like to start right at the bottom. Just build the color up. See how the outer corner is darker than the inner corner? Now we can move into the shimmer shades, because I absolutely love shimmer. The first shimmer shade that I'm going to use is this kind of orange shimmer shade that matches with this matte, this orange matte shadow. And then I like to take my setting spray and just spray it. This is going to help the shimmer show up very, very vibrant, very pigmented on your shadow. So you go back in, stop at your crease. You don't want to take your shimmer above your crease. So you stop right at the crease. And I like to go about halfway with the shimmer. I don't think that it's showing up on camera the way that it's showing up here, but it's just like, it's so pretty. so pretty. I like to do the base of the eyes first, just simply because of the fallout that happens with the shimmer. And so I can just take a makeup wipe and just wipe off the shimmer off of my face. Do not let anyone tell you that you do not need a primer. You need a primer. The primer that you put on your face will give your face an even and smooth surface. That way we won't have any product going into the pores and filling the pores up. I like to use this Porefessional from Benefit. I like to mainly put that primer in like kind of this area here. For my foundations, I'm going to use two foundations. This is the Nars Natural Radiant Foundations. I like to use this creamy concealer from MAC. This is an NC50. This is what I like to color correct with. I like to go in with the Morphe concealer brush that I use to sculpt my eyebrows out. And I just take a little bit, just like to go underneath my eyes with it. I'm also going to put some on the sides of my nose. And we're going to go like crazy around my mouth. Check me out. You see me working? You see me working. Alright, and I know this can seem like a lot of color correcting is going on here. As I take the butt of my beauty blender next, it's okay that it has foundation on it. That's perfectly fine. See, go ahead and blend in the concealer. This is Studio Fix. No, it's not. This is the Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC. This is an NC45. So I like to just take a little bit onto a brush and just put it underneath my eye. We're not actually highlighting the face. I'm just using this concealer as a base for my highlighter shade. Now I'm going to allow that to dry down, and I'm going to use this concealer to... It's on my shirt. I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow down my nose. And then also on the top of my forehead. I'm going to take this beauty blender to blend out my T-zone area first. You can go underneath the eye and just blend out the concealer. And I like to look up when I'm blending the concealer out, just to make sure that it's really getting underneath my eye, cause now we can move into the actual highlight shade. This is medium tan gold. It's put a little bit right underneath the eye. I want a bright under eye. For me, I love for my cheekbones to be visibly sitting up, and I like for my face to be really chiseled, really snatched. So I really love to have me a really defined contour. I'm going to use dark coffee. This is from Nars. This is a bomb.com. A lot of people take their contour and they blend the contour into the concealer. Well, I actually blend my contour down away from the concealer. My ear, drag it down and then scoop it underneath my cheekbone. I'm gonna do the top of my forehead as well, but I just like to put little lines going back toward my hairline. I just like to go with the butt of my beauty blender, start at the edge of the contour just to gain more control over it and push it down. And I like to push it towards my jawline, and you can see how chiseled my face looks. Just to give that cheekbone room to really shine, you know. We're gonna let it sit up. We're trying to let the cheekbone have its 15 minutes of fame, period. I'm gonna just push that back towards the hairline. At the bottom, and then we start blending it out. And I like to bring it up to the side of my nose. I'm bright. So now we're gonna tone it down a little bit with our setting powder. The excess, this is Sacha Butter Cup setting powder. Something that I always use to set my face. Powder to set any place that you know, use concealer. So in my T-zone area and underneath my eye are the places where I need to make sure I put powder. I'm going right underneath my eye with this powder. The powder is going to raise my body heat, and it's actually going to cook the makeup. And I like to put it on the sides of my nose because this is a great way to get a contoured nose without actually contouring it. I want to go ahead and bronze my face because y'all know how I feel about bronzers. So let's go ahead and get into the bronzer. I just wish y'all could see him stepping over stuff to get on top of the dresser. Get down! Use the refined golden bronzer. This is from MAC. What bronzing does is it actually adds color and shadows back into your face, so you can actually look like you are made up of dimensions and shapes and colors and tones, and that's what bronzer does. And I like to put a lot of bronzer on my forehead just because I really want to make sure I don't have a mask. Alright, and we're gonna pull that back. This has become like a little favorite of mine. Actually taking powder. You don't have to do this. You do not have to do this. And I actually like to bake underneath my contour because, as I stated before, I am like really down for the chisel, okay? Want to make sure that you blend in your falsies with your actual physical real lashes. Okay, yeah, I'm really feeling the lash. That's all that is. I'm feeling the lash. Go ahead and dust off this powder. Now to contour my nose, I'm going to use the same bronzing powder that I used in a pencil brush. It is dirty, but the pencil brush is from Morphe. It's a 431 brush. And I'm going to go I'm gonna start right here where my eyebrow is at the top of my nose. And I'm gonna drag it down my nose. And I like to flick it. this here, love, is Eye Studio from Maybelline, and it's just gel liner that's like really old that I just won't buy a new one, if you want me to be completely honest. And I just like to take this and put it in my waterline. Highlight, I'm using Fenty Beauty Hustla, baby. Love this highlight. I use it so much. I also put it down the center of my nose. And also in my inner corner. We're using none other than Nars Orgasm. Now for you to apply your blush, you want to smile. You know, you can smile. And you can apply it on your cheek. But for me, I don't really like to smile, you know. People say I'm a mean girl, you know. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is it big enough? Take it, baby, baby. Okay, I'm done. So I like to just I don't smile. So I just like to put it right on my cheekbone and let it blend into my highlight. Milani Make It Last, and as you can see, that bad boy is almost gone. Take this and I'm going to put it on my face. It just smells so refreshing. When you're putting on a setting spray, you want to make sure that you're holding it up and allowing it to just fall on your face. You don't want to just come from right here. But of my beauty blender, and this is used, and I go on top of my makeup and just press that setting spray into my face to lock the makeup in. I'm gonna go use my Fenty Beauty. This is the gloss. This is Fenty Glow. This is a beautiful gloss. I really love my glosses, okay? I really love them. So this is actually the final look. Good job. If you guys enjoyed this video, I will see you guys again in my next video. Always remember to be the best version of yourself every day, all day.